Long haul travel is problematic, but fundamentally everyone's got to do it. So from a preparation point of view, you need to make sure you acknowledge what all the risks are. So I guess starting with some of the simplest things, you're going to be travelling for a long period of time, and the nutrition, what you eat and what you consume and what you drink, is generally speaking out your hands. It doesn't necessarily need to be.
Try and take your own food if possible, and really stay hydrated. Probably the most important thing you can do is to just take some sports drink, pop it in your bottle once you've bought it in the airport, and just keep all your electrolytes high, and just look after yourself.
Their meals are likely to be relatively small in portion size, so if you're a big sailor with a big energy requirement, you're going to have to make sure you top that up.
We spend a lot of time travelling and a lot of time in aeroplanes, which can really dehydrate you. The air circulation in them isn't great, and so it kind of means that if anyone's got a cough or a cold on the plane, it's very likely to spread. So we really need to try and reduce that risk by staying as hydrated as possible.
I'll always carry a hand sanitising gel. Stay on top of that. Try and avoid shaking people's hands if you can. I know it's antisocial, but it can sometimes be beneficial.
We generally embed a policy in the first 24 hours is low-level activity, and not trying to add an additional stress into the body when it's in its most vulnerable time window of resynchronization. That first 24 hours, making sure that you're trying to resync yourself to the time zone that you might be in. So you're not necessarily sleeping until you wake up, making sure that the alarm's being set and you're waking up and trying to resync yourself to that time zone.
It can be really tricky finding the kind of diet you need abroad. I'm particularly quite a fussy eater, and so we try and take as much aboard with us as possible. Obviously if you're travelling on a plane, that's quite difficult, but obviously everywhere has vegetables and your fruit and your spinach and stuff, and so I will take my smoothie maker, so I can make my morning sort of smoothie which incorporates all those things, and just gives me a really big boost to the day.
It's often difficult to maintain good hydration, good nutrition, particularly in some of the countries that we go to, so making sure that we have the multivitamins, the omega-3s and the probiotics allows our team to maintain the immune system, maintain good health in all instances.
Basically what you're trying to do is trying to get your body to realise what the new time zone is. Not going to bed when you're tired and trying to go to bed at the time that you would normally go to bed in the new time zone is a good practice. It's hard for the first few days. It's amazing how quickly you can resync to that. Making sure that you're exposing yourself to sunlight at certain times of the day. There's lots of good resource on the internet that tells you when to expose yourself to sunlight and not expose yourself to sunlight to help speed up the resynchronization process. That's a really good habit to engage in. Your body's a creature of habit, and once it starts getting used to eating when you're used to eating, it tends to help really speed up that resynchronization process. So it's about reinstating the habits that your body's used to.